All right, what is going on, everybody? We are live here in the After Review Studios. I am your host, Pete. Oh, dear Lord. Well, 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 well. Um, Things are kind of bad in the college football world. We may have Nick Saban 2.0 in Kirk Signetti. The Indiana Hoosiers absolutely is assassinating. Just a murder, a massacre of the Oregon Ducks. It's still going. We got 2 minutes left. But it's 56-15, and it doesn't even feel that close, guys. It doesn't even feel that close. This is the most dominating, I think, it's in the top two. I think maybe you can argue the Georgia TCU game, but I think we all kind of expected that. Maybe some TCU fans will bitch and cry and say, no, they weren't expecting it. But my Lord, boys, sweet Jesus, this is awful. I don't even know what to do at this point. Like, what do we even do, guys? This Indiana team is an absolute juggernaut right now. They look unstoppable. They feel unstoppable. I don't even know how to put it into words. I haven't seen something like this in a long time. Mendoza, again, more touchdowns than incompletions. 5 touchdowns, 3 incomplete passes, added some running as well. Zay, congratulations for being the national runner-up. It was a lot of fun. Really gritty win. We'll touch on that game after this one. But yeah, I think it's the inevitable at this point, guys. Oh my God. College belt. This is just, guys, I've watched a lot of college football. I've watched a lot of football in general. This is special. I haven't seen shit like this in maybe ever, man. This is so stupid. The instant flip around. Indiana lost 10 games 3 years ago, or 4 years ago. 4 years ago, they lost 10 games. They hire Kirk Signetti 2 years ago. They instantly flip it around. They make the playoffs. Everyone thought they were frauds last year. They get exposed by Notre Dame in the first playoff game. They got blown out by everybody. And Indiana really wasn't on anybody's map this year. They were middle ranked team. I think they started the season out ranked 18th, 17th, 18th or 19th. I can't remember. It was A&M, Oklahoma, and Indiana in that cluster there. And nobody really took them seriously until they went into Autzen and beat Oregon pretty convincingly. And since then, everyone was like, Indiana's pretty good. They're not Ohio State. They get Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. They kind of take it to them. They win that game. It's close. And now it's just been an embarrassment of Alabama, an embarrassment of Oregon. And if Miami doesn't play perfect, it's going to be an embarrassment of Miami. If Miami plays like they played last night, it's going to be an absolute romping against the Canes over there. Bell to ass. Yes, Jasper. Ready to say goodbye. Is that who you want, Zay? Do you want Brian Flores? Is that who you want? He's definitely on the table. They're interviewing a whole cast of characters in Baltimore. On Monday, it could be Aaron Rodgers' last playoff game, and it might be Aaron Rodgers, 42 years old. He might retire. I fear he will. I don't know, Jacob, but I hope he does, because I got the Texans winning. Jasper says bear down. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Macy, F them. Well, welcome to the club. This party's over. Yeah, Zay, you want Flores? Okay. I figured Flores and Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel. Mr. ER, appreciate the sub. Welcome. Guys, if you're new here, you can drop the sub. I can only see public subs, so if you want to shout out, just drop it in the chat. Otherwise, hit the like button. Helps the stream out a ton. Dante Moore, horrible start to this game. Pick 6, first play of the game. Didn't even read, just kind of ripped the out route, and I thought it was a good response. I would say it was a great response by Oregon. They come right back down the field. They get the touchdown, tie ball game. Indiana responds, touchdown, and then they get the stop. Kind of feels over. They get a stop down 21-7, and then the fumble by the Moore hits the running back, and this bitch is over. People have been getting fired. Yes, 8 head coaches fired in the NFL. Big news was coming Sunday. Yup. People thought you were lying. I believed you. I think everyone was a little surprised after he made it to Tuesday, after he made it through Black Monday. We thought, but things are changing. Things are evolving. Where do you think Harbaugh is going to end up? For real. Oh, we're just laughing. This is bad. The group chat is just lighting up on how crazy we could have been too. All right. Other than that, I don't know what else to say about this Indiana team. Kalon Black, 2 touchdowns, had the late one. Elijah Surratt, 75, 2 tuds. Charlie Becker from Nashville, Tennessee, 1 touchdown for him. This is just a throttling, boys. This is just a throttling. I'm at a loss for words. Oregon did just score a touchdown. Nice. They did make it 56-21. That's not going to cover anything. Ty Lute might be out as well. I could see that. You're going to get the kicker from Ole Miss. That guy's got an insane. Tyler, I don't know, Jacob. Kickers kind of usually stick on their... It's very rare. Kickers kind of have to go through some shit, man. They sometimes only stick on their second team or their third team. They don't necessarily stick on their first team. Loop was pretty solid. He wasn't anything crazy this year. And then, obviously, the horrible finish. You just kind of lose your confidence. Kickers are weird. Oregon with the Garbo touchdown. I agree. So, yeah, RIP to everybody. We better pray Cignetti goes to the NFL. I'm calling it now. Cignetti to the Steelers. If they get rid of Tomlin next year and they win another, like if Indiana wins a national championship, they come right back and they win another natty or they get to the national championship game, win the Big Ten. I could see Cignetti leaving for Pittsburgh. The Steelers grew up in Pittsburgh, born in Pittsburgh, I think they said. And the NFL is just very, very tantalizing for these guys. Everyone wants to be an NFL head coach. Only 32 of them things. That's what they want. So we can put this one to bed. Let's talk about, come on, guys. Like, we couldn't give me, thank you. You couldn't give me, like, a CFP. There's CFP tab over here. Got to scroll through all this bullshit. Let's talk about the game last night. Loop was Harbaugh's guy, not the GM's. He sent the pick in over our GM. Jesus. I mean, well, at that point, when did they pick him? In the 5th round? 6th round? Do we super care? Do we super care about that? Let's talk about the national runner-up game between the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels. Miami, one of the most 4th rounder. Yikes. Okay, that is expensive for a kicker. Miami with one of the most dominating box scores you're ever going to see. Like, if you look at the stats here, Miami was physically dominating this game. The time of possession, 41-18, and it didn't even feel that close. The only thing that stopped them in the first half, penalties. 10 penalties for 74. Super undisciplined once again after having 2 perfect games. Beck throws the interception. Beck throwing the ball 37 times makes me want to vomit. Miami's play caller doesn't know his team, I guess. They were throwing it left and right when they didn't need to. They could have just run the ball down their throat. Mark Fletcher, 133 yards on 22 carries, 6 a carry. Shamar Brown had 3.9 a carry and a touchdown. Like, Malachi Toney had 2 for 11. Like, you didn't even need to go out there. I mean, Beck got sacked 4 times, I think. So that fucks up. His college running is stupid over there. On a scale of 1 to 7, what is your favorite color? The letter 7. Letter 7. Dropped 9 picks as well. True, they dropped at least 2 pick sixes. They dropped probably 3. They dropped 4 picks, I think, maybe 5. They dropped 2 pick sixes, and they dropped a ball that landed in their hands. It was awful. Miami made every play to lose that game last night. Nobody wanted to make a play to win that game. They made every mistake. They were super sloppy. They dropped 1 million passes as well. The protection wasn't good. The right guard was horrible. The left tackle was good. He got away with both tackles got away with holding the shit out of each other, but it was getting kind of ridiculous in that one. Quan Lacey bust the 73-yard touchdown in the second quarter, and he was never the same. That kind of hurt. Trinidad Chambliss was really sharp, I thought, in the second half. 227 and a touchdown. Made a lot of big plays when he had to. But the rest of this team, the Ole Miss defense was terrible. I mean, Tony's awesome. That tunnel screen to Malachi Toney is gross. But Miami should have dominated this game. Carson Beck did enough. He's worth that $4 million paycheck, I guess. Got the job done over there. Had the big drive to win the game. Their prevent defense prevented them from winning. Yes, it was pass interference. Yes, it was also offensive pass interference. Yes, you shouldn't call it. Yes, the offense has to either A, go down immediately when he grabs him, and you might draw the flag, and then B, just push him off. Like, you can also get physical, fight for the spot, go get the spot. They're not going to call OPI either. So that's bad on the receiver. I also hated the play call. Like, draw something up. Let's just not run a sprint out pass to the corner of the end zone. Like, call a play. Playoff picks, NFL Rams versus Panthers, Bills versus Jags, Eagles 49ers Chargers, and you picked Houston to win. Did you not? I'm redoing it. Daily, what's up? Those were not my official picks. Those are not my official picks, Jacob. But they were picks I was going to make, yes. So, really great college football game last night. Really horrible college football game tonight. We got Cocaine Kirk Cousins talking again. Fernando Mendoza locks up being the number 1 pick. I don't think there's any question now. Dante Moore was getting a lot of juice from people, especially if he played well tonight. I expect him to go back to Oregon now. I don't think he's coming out. He needs more game reps. Ghost Hunter, what's up? I was just saying a little prayer for all of college football. Signetti is about to be Nick Saban 2.0, it feels like. I don't even know what to say. So college football's dead. We should have beat Miami. We could have been the number two team. Honestly, we probably gave Miami the best fight. Ultimate, unfortunately, I am a Vikings fan and a Texas A&M Aggie. Whoop. I have the hardware to prove it. College football, see ya. Yeah. Hey, Stacy. Let's do NFL now. Do we have anything else on college, boys, or we want to go to the league? Talk about the games tomorrow. We got 2 games tomorrow. We got 3 games Sunday, and we got a game Monday. I do have to make official picks for everybody. So, F it, we ball. This was gross. Absolutely brutal. Do I not already? No. Okay. Let's go. Kyle, what's up? Everybody hit the like button if you haven't already. Really helps the stream out a lot. You guys don't even know how much it helps the stream out. It's crazy. Okay, let's do a little light graphic design here. How does that look? That look okay? Okay, we do a little light work here. Light work. All right, everybody can see. Let's start with the AFC, ladies and gents. Indiana is using the power of the upside down to become the greatest team of all time. Yes. I can't believe Steve Harrington gets to witness this. After all he went through in the 80s, he gets to witness an undefeated Indiana football team. That's big. That's big time right there. Big for our guy. So, LeBron, what's up? College Miami. No, Miami is cooked. I think it's all Indiana all the time. All day, every day. So let's start with the AFC, I guess. What's the first AFC game? It's the Chargers it's the Bills and the Jaguars. Of course, the hardest game to pick. Unfortunately. Nope, I flipped. All the NFC games are tomorrow. We flipped. We're going to the NFC first. I've made an executive decision. Get wrecked. We made an executive decision. We're going to the NFC. Gonna move my beautiful face over here into the middle of the video on the regular live stream, so I don't even have to worry about it. Did you see Josh Gizzard got fired? The Buccaneers OC? I did. And Tom Moore retired at 187 years old. Let's see. First game, Rams-Panthers. OJ, sad night for my Ducks. Knew Indiana was going to be good. I told everyone I was worried. That's more than worried. This is a nightmare. Especially since Oregon got a lot of juice on the rematch thing, which we're about to see right now. But we're all cooked. It's Indiana's world, and we're just living in it. All right, Panthers-Rams. First game up tomorrow night. The patented Shakey's game from Mr. Bill Simmons. We have the Panthers and the Rams. Now, the Panthers are getting a lot of juice here. Panthers won the first matchup. Little gamey here in the first game. The Panthers win. Matt Stafford had 3 turnovers in this game, including a pick six, including a fumble, in field goal range to tie the game at the end of this game. But we haven't seen a good Panthers game in 2 weeks. They could have clinched this baby real quick. Like, they could have clinched it, take care of Tampa. Nope. Absolutely not. So the vibes are weird. I would definitely say in Carolina, it's going to be chilly. It's going to be chilly, going to be overcast. 47 into 42, going to be getting to the 30s tomorrow night. No rain at least, which was a bit of a concern, I think, looking at it. Wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers won. Yeah, so everyone is referencing this feels like 2008 when we had the Steelers-Cardinals Super Bowl, just 2 random-ass teams the way it was going. And the first round of the 2008 playoffs was a bloodbath. They talked about this. Let's see. 2008 NFL playoffs. We also have some really interesting statistics when it comes to teams who are doubled, like 9+ point, 8+ point underdogs, division winners who didn't win, didn't have a winning record, division winners who have like the worst EPA per play, just winning games. Like the worst EPA teams to make the playoffs, the 3 bottom teams have won a game. I want Clint Kubiak or Brian Flores or Marcus. Marcus Freeman isn't leaving. I think it's probably Flores. Kubiak's interesting. I kind of would like Kubiak too on offense, but if you can get Flores and McDaniel, that would be interesting. Get a real offensive guy going there. So yeah, let's see. 6-seeded Baltimore dog walks Miami. We got San Diego blowing out Peyton Manning over here. The Vikings at home losing to Tavares Jackson, losing to Donovan. Was that the McNabb? That was the Vic Eagles, I think. And Westbrook losing at home. We got the 4-seeded Cardinals beating out the Falcons. They upset the 2-seeded Panthers. They kill the Panthers. The Eagles upset the Giants. So we have the 6 and the 4 seed in the NFC. 2-seed Pittsburgh. Baltimore upsets the 1-seeded Titans. So we get Baltimore-Pittsburgh AFC Championship game, and then Arizona-Pittsburgh NFC Super Bowl. Like, just a super weird year all around. In that year, you see Fitzmagic call Flores a dictator. I thought it was funny. I did. He said he became a dictator at the end. I believe was the exact turn on Russillo. Listen, also Fitzmagic's background is insane. He has a golden Hall of Fame bust of himself with the full bushy beard, and then he has like the Bills like crazy tall buffalo hat on there. Insane background. Oh. All right. Everyone's on the Panthers. It's now flipped, boys. Everyone's on the Panthers for the upset. Everyone like all over the Panthers, upset the Rams. Rams are good. They have some weirdo issues. We're taking the Rams. We're taking the Rams. The Rams are locking in. He's your dream pick. I wouldn't want Marcus. I don't know how good. Marcus Freeman lost like all his best players in the portal. That was kind of a crazy leave. I don't know what was going on in Notre Dame in the portal right now. Things are weird. I'm taking the Rams. I'm not taking the bait. Sticking with the Rams. Yeah. It's too much on the Panthers. There's too much juice on the Panthers. Plus Cam Newton's in the building. He'll probably say he should have played quarterback. He's better than Bryce Young. That is for sure coming out of Cam Newton's mouth, even if they win. If the Panthers win, he's still going to say it. He said he would have won by more. That's what he's going to say. That's exactly what Killer Cam's going to say. Jesus, Niners, Eagles. Now, this one is interesting. This one is very interesting. Rematch of the NFC Championship game from 23, so that was a little while ago at this point. They have zero. The Niners have zero defense, and I mean negative defense. I don't even know if I mean, does anybody know? Am I lining up at pass rusher on Saturday? Like, what's happening? Actually, that's Sunday. That game's on Sunday. The other Saturday game, they're the Sunday game. Oh, the other Saturday game is Bears-Packers. I have a weird feeling about this game. Like, I kind of want to take the Niners, but I really kind of think Philly wins this game. We just saw the Seahawks defense body the 49ers, and the Eagles are playing defense at a very similar level to the Seahawks are. And the Eagles offense likes playing a 10-13 game, a 10-13 game. Like, they like playing that on offense. They will take the air out of the ball. And I just think they're going to have a little bit more success running the football. I'm going to take the Eagles in this one. I think if I'm going to have an upset, I'm going with the Niners. But I think the Eagles are a comfy win in this one. People are looking for chaos. I don't know how much chaos there is. Scam Newton has no ground to stand on anymore with his garbage-ass takes. Yeah, and he was also a terrible player, one of the most overrated players ever. He never had back-to-back consistent seasons. I refuse to listen to Cam Newton since I saw him play in a Patriots uniform fair. Nobody wanted John. Nobody knew about him before January of 23. Yeah, because he was a special teams coach. There's a difference when a guy's already a head coach. And somehow his hats are worse than his takes. True. I put 50 on Barkley, 150 plus rushing yards. Pats 600. Oh, that's a lot on the Pats. I do. Pays 600. I have not Pats, Pays. Pays 600. Yeah, sure. I like it. Way to hedge your bets too with your Niners. Way to hedge your bets. Bro, we created John into a Hall of Fame type coach. True. Damn it. Tyreek, what's up? What's up? I'm leaning Eagles. I'm not super confident in the Eagles. I can't unsee the Niners defense just be as bad as it is. Like, the Niners defense is so atrocious, man. I can't unsee that. Now the Saturday game. This is the game that's very, very spicy, that everybody likes. I like it. I'm happy about it. Let's see if we can get this a little bit bigger and better. Bigger, better, and uncut. Already. Pats laying, belt to ass. I don't know about that one. The Pats fans are starting to get nervous. Got Niners, bold take. I mean, am I going to be surprised if the Eagles come out, look like actual vomit on offense, and the Niners do enough offensively? If the Niners scored 27 points, they're winning this game. If the Niners scored 24 points, I think they win this game. And I would not be surprised by either of those outcomes at all. And you're betting the Panthers. Yeah, the Panthers are set. Like 10.5, I get. Like, you're just begging it, 10 in the hook. You get a backdoor cover. Everyone's on the Panthers now. I'm off the Panthers. Hit the like button so the 49ers beat the Eagles, because nobody likes the Eagles. The Eagles are the most insufferable team ever. We are going to die in Chicago. Everyone is picking the Packers. Their favorite. Everyone's on the Packers. Did a two-leg Chargers-Steelers money line. Ooh. Upset City. Zay's taking the Packers. I'm a Pats fan. Any true real one knows we not nervous. I mean, Bill Simmons, the number one Patriots fan, is kind of getting nervous now. There are some things there. Now, the Chargers not having an offensive line, they should win this game. The problem is the long-term move for the Patriots. Like, that's not the AFC is a shit show, but they're not, like, the Patriots are not the 2 seed if they play. They statistically play the worst schedule in the last 25 years in the NFL. Really hope the Jaguars win the Jag-Rag. Xavier, go Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. We have no run defense against the Bears, who love to run. True. They've also lost 5 in a row. The vibes are not great, but they did kind of dominate both games physically. Especially that second one. They threw that second game away. And they were good in that first game. So I don't know. That's why I think everyone's on Green Bay. Indiana never won a losing program, never win anything. They want all the smoke no matter who they play. Yes, Kevin, is statistically the worst college football program in the history of football. College football over the last 120 years. The worst until this year. Let's go Steelers, beat the Texans. Keyman, you feeling good about that? Shrunk, I kind of look like Drake. Drake who? I'm not a pedophile. What? Taking the Panthers money line, and I don't care. Win the game you're supposed to win, or you end up like the Rams 5th seed losing to the Panthers and Falcons. I mean, you are supposed to win cool. It does matter, though. That stuff does matter. You're not a 2 seed. That's the whole point. They're probably closer to like a 5 seed. Probably closer to this Texans line than the 2 seed over there. Of course, I saw Indiana destroy the Ducks. Jordan Love have the Bears number. I think the Packers pull this one off. Does Jordan Love have Ben Johnson's number, though? In that squad? I don't know. I'm not worried about the Bears. The Bears defense is terrible. I think they're just going to sit on the ball, I think. See the Chiefs have the 5th hardest schedule way it's looking like next year? I did, but I don't like judging the schedules until like going in, like everything on paper looks worse than it actually is. You can only really look at schedules till after the season. So Texans don't play well in the cold. I don't think that's a thing. That's not a thing. They have a young quarterback and an elite defense. I don't think that's the thing. Green, what's up? Picking the Jags over the Bills. Bills are beating the Jags. See, that's going to be the toughest game. That's going to be the last game I pick. I have gone back and forth on that game. There are definitely arguments both ways in that one. I'm going to take the Bears. I think the Bears beat the Packers. I like a home dog here. Here's my home dog winning the game outright. I think the weather's going to be a little chilly. Jordan Love also had one good playoff game against the Cowboys, and then he's been like kind of bad over since then. Wasn't good against Philly last year. Wasn't good in that 49ers game. Who were they who did they play after that Cowboys game? Who did they play 2 years ago? Or was that this year, the 3rd 7 seed? I'm losing track. They've been in a lot of 7 seeds. Okay. Rooting for the Pats this year, but if the Raiders get Mendoza, I will forgive them for the last 6 years of heartbreak, even though Mark Davis is a terrible owner. Well, it's going to be Fernando time in Vegas, baby. Texans beat the Steelers. Kyle was on the Texans. Seahawks, Bears, NFC Championship game. Ooh, Keyman's on that. That was the Niners. That was the divisional round. So, yeah, this is the 3rd 7 seed. I was thinking they played 3 wildcard games. Too much money on the Rams to take the money line. And gotta fade them. Everybody, every other favor will win. Everybody is all over the Panthers. I can't imagine the Rams are. I mean, they're getting 10.5. Let's see what the line is, right? Let's see what the betting, public betting. 66% of the money is on the Panthers to cover that 10.5. Let's see. What's the money line looking like? 57 on that's pretty even. 57 on the Rams, nothing crazy. We got 64 on the Bears money line. Let's look at the spreads for the other one. 72% like the Bears getting points at home. I love the Bears getting points at home. I like them outright. Jags, 57% of the bets. Niners, 77% covering that 6 of the bets. Chargers, Pats kind of even at that 3.5. And Steelers got more bets than the Texans, but that is kind of the Steelers. I'm surprised the Packers aren't more. Teams like that get a lot of handle, like the Cowboys. If they don't, then I'm getting rid of all my Raiders gear. Fair. 2 years ago was the Niners. Yeah, I was thinking they played 3 wildcard games. Vic Fangio saw the Bears offense. Don't think they'll win 2 games in a row against the Eagles. Maybe, but their offense is horrible. The Eagles' offense is literally putrid. Literally putrid. They have a 3-year-old at quarterback who can't read a defense. And they can't run the football. So that is a kind of a problem. Jags Steelers AFC Championship game, that's a wishful thinking. Rams need to pull away early. I agree. Don't want to play a mud fight with the Panthers. Yeah, this is their 3rd. Taj, what's up? Finna be a fun weekend, so when do I come back and see you after the Pats win? I will be live right after that Patriots game. We'll be live Sunday night after that Patriots game. So, I mean, I'm going to take the Patriots. I just don't think it's going to be a blowout. Especially if the weather's bad. I think those deep pass plays might get taken away. We might get into a little bit of a slog fest. Bears take that if the Eagles move on. Worst Dallas defense or Eagles offense? Same. Didn't they split? They were both horrible against each other. It's Allen's year. This might be wishful thinking, but I like chaos. It is definitely wishful thinking. So, yeah, I'm not budging there. I got Seahawks, Rams, Bears, Eagles. I kind of like the Rams in Seattle. I watched them hang 500 yards on that defense. Sam Darnold's waiting to implode. He's just waiting to implode. If Josh Allen doesn't win it this season, he'll never win it. I mean, his team is fucking terrible. The Bills are awful. He has one of the worst defenses in football. There's 52 other guys. His team is not very good. I think Josh Allen can find a team that is better than this Bills team currently, especially a better coach. Jesus, I hate Sean McDermott. Adams projected to start tomorrow. Yes, that is big as well. Bears-Packers supposed to be snowing. Little flurries. Little flurry. Just love how everyone is sleeping on the defending champs. Well, Xavier, you can't even compare. They're not even close to the team they were last year. Cool, they were the champs last year. They're not the same team. They're not even close to the same team. Statistically, they can't even sniff last year's team. Last year's team would dog walk this Eagles team. Like, they're horrible running the football, and Hurts is so much worse throwing the football. He can't throw the ball on the run. His offensive line isn't as good, and they're just bad. They're so bad offensively. They can't run. Skip. Why does it keep skipping so much? Ellen. Officially throwing my name in the hat for the Miami job. All right, Silix, I like it. Absolutely, that's okay. We ready for that weather. Trust me, it's 34 degrees here right now and been snowing / eating all week. Yeah. Sleeting, I'm assuming. It's like Lamar. Also, thank you, Tyler Loop. True. Josh Allen's never played bad in the playoffs after his rookie year. Lamar continues to play bad in the playoffs. No, the Bills aren't going to win. It's too predictable. I mean, it's like 50-50. A lot of people are taking the Jags. Ghost Hunter wants the Ravens job. That's an actually good job. I think they'll hire you in Miami, though. Hurts was literally the only QB who played Dallas and didn't look like a first-team All-Pro QB. Literally all the other QBs look phenomenal against Dallas' defense, including 9. Hey, get out of here. Hurts is overrated. True. They'll be better this week because Lane Johnson is back. He's been in and out all year. They still can't run the ball. The play calling is bad. Lamar Jackson will do better when the new coach comes in. Hopefully, if he wants to stay. Lamar's being a real pouty bitch these days. People think it's Josh Allen's year, though. I mean, casuals do. Just because of the quarterback matchups. I love whoever wins the Bills-Jaguars game is winning 2 games. I'm going out on a limb. I don't know who's going to win that game. I haven't made my pick yet. Whoever wins that game is winning 2 games. People saying it's Josh Allen's year. Forget football is a team game. Yeah, this isn't basketball. It could be. It would be his year if their defense was good. Like if this was the team, Allen. If the Bills were the team they had last year, yeah, I would say it's Josh Allen's year with the AFC playoff. Yeah. Yeah, but they glazed the Jags too, so it's in the air. I mean, well worth the glaze. The Jaguars' numbers are ridiculous, and they have really good wins. Broncos versus Packs, classic AFC Championship vibes. Oh, gross. Kill me. The Broncos are not winning. The Broncos feel so one and done. Hot take, I think Bryce Young will end next year, regular season, in the top 5 for the MVP race. That is a super hot take, Key-Man. I don't even know if he's going to be their quarterback next year. He's staying. His PR people said he's not going anywhere. Yeah, he just wants a new contract. He's being a mopey bitch. He wants to play in Miami. He definitely wants to play in Miami. Now that's not going to happen. I think they're going to get Malik Willis. If the Bills D was decent, they probably win the division. True. I'm going to take the Bears. I can't believe I think the Bears. I think the Bears can get to the NFC Championship game. But I don't like to do that. I'm going to take the Eagles. But I don't like taking a team who could lose in the first round, but both these teams are going to lose. I think the Bears are just inexperienced. I think it'll catch them. That defense is going to give Caleb fits all day. You're not going to be able to run against the Eagles defense. And they'll play a potato game and win the game. Now, I love the Rams to get to the Super Bowl. If the Rams beat the Seahawks, I love the Rams to get to the Super Bowl. They're rolling. They're not worried about the Eagles. They had that Eagles team beat last year, and the Rams are better and the Eagles are worse. I think that's a safe statement. I think if we beat the Texans, we beat Denver. Potentially. You may not even play Denver. You wouldn't even play Denver if the Bills win. You'd play the Pats or or you'd host the Chargers. You would play the Bills. So you may not even play Denver. Only if the Jags win would you play the Broncos. Yeah. Jags and Pats win. Yeah, they do feel one and done, but Pats will be in the AFC Championship. Not promising a win, but I like our chances of a Super Bowl. They're going to lose their second game if they're playing the Jaguars or the Bills. Hot take, Seahawks are the next dynasty. Super hot take, they don't have a quarterback, football plug. They still have Sam Darnold. Not a dynasty until you have a quarterback. Sam Darnold, not that guy. Ravens should hire Saleh as head coach and Mike McDaniel's OC. That would most likely fix the Ravens. It's not a bad combo, but Saleh's not a great head coach is the problem. He's got too many kids. He's got like 50 kids. Miami's going to get Johnny Manziel on his comeback here and take over the AFC comeback tour. Johnny Manziel is 33 years old. We would put belt to ass if we played New England. Well, they barely beat New England in the first game, and the Patriots had 5 turnovers, so I don't know about that. I think the Bills win by 2 points, dirtbag. That's all you need to win by. Lamar's a person to not break a promise. I understand why he wants a contract, but it clears up $90 million he wants a new contract because he is only signing short year deals and he wants more money. Lamar is not that kind of team guy. He wants to get paid. He dragged out the first contract. Another second half explosion. Hoosiers put foot to ass tonight versus Oregon. National champs inbound. True, gamer. They are not losing to Miami. I don't think anybody's beating the Hoosiers. No way. We're the best round. The Patriots defense is atrocious. The Patriots have one of the worst passing defenses in the playoffs. I would not call the Patriots super well-rounded. Saying they're the most well-rounded team in the playoffs is hilarious when the Jaguars are in the playoffs. The Jaguars are far more well-rounded than the Patriots. The Patriots are inconsistent running the football. Their playmakers are kind of hit or miss. Their defense, their secondary is atrocious. They can't cover anybody. Their run defense isn't what it used to be. What are they, 5th in running now? What is their run defense, 5th or 6th? What did they finish? Team. So the Patriots finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They finished 6th in rush defense. And they were 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th in pass defense. You can throw all over the Patriots. Points per game are good, though. They have a good points per game. But I definitely think Jaguars are the best run defense. They had the really bad game against against the Rams in London. But other than that, the Jaguars have been lights out the last month. Offensive Taj, I'm not reading that. One wife with 7 kids. Lamar doesn't care about the team's success at all. He's all about his money and his success. Lamar Jackson, MVP 2025, 2026. Pats might be the first round exit. Milton Williams will help the run D. That is true. That will help the run D. Also, most Pat fans are terrible. Raider fans are more nice, believe it or not. I think neither are nice. He will be back. I do believe they activated him last week or this week, Tuesday. That helps. Definitely helps the run game. We'll see. I mean, I think they'll beat the Chargers. The Chargers have no offensive line. I think that's just a problem. The Chargers have no offensive line. That's top 10 in both categories, and yet it's not better than the teams in the playoffs. That's the problem. They're not better than Jacksonville. They're not better than Denver. They're not better than Seattle. They're not better than Houston. Houston has the number 1 defense in football. And that's playing a pathetic schedule. That's playing the worst schedule in 20 years. I thought the SEC was the best conference in college football. Big Ten rise up. It's one team in the Big Ten. It's the Indiana Hoosiers. The depth of the Big Ten is pathetic. L take on the Seahawks. Seahawks have Sam Darnold at quarterback. The defense would have to literally carry. They'd have to win every game 16-13, 16-10. Your reportage. Purdy MVP in 2026. Place your bets as soon as it opens. Brady, that's what I say every time I start losing any Pats combo. Cool. That doesn't apply to these Pats teams. Pass that blunt. Every time I see Lamar Jackson gets a new OC, he always wins MVP. It's only happened twice. Maybe a third time's the charm. At least you can make the natty instead of losing in the second round. I mean, I wish we could. I mean, Indiana's great. Are you talking about Indiana or the Big Ten? It's Indiana. It's Indiana. They didn't play anybody. The Big Ten didn't play anybody. The rest, there was 3 decent. There was 1 great team, 2 decent teams, and a bunch of shit. Let's be real. Oh my God, fucking Rutgers. Oh, I'm so scared. Who's the 4th team in the Big Ten? getting dog walked by Texas or Vanderbilt. And clearly, Ohio State was overrated. Let's see. Let's look at the Big Ten. Yeah, USC is getting dog walked by Vanderbilt. Michigan is horrible. They had a sex predator as their head coach. What? Texas kills USC. If Dallas keeps Pickens and makes the playoffs next year, then my next season early MVP is pick is Dak. Yeah, it could be. Their defense is atrocious, too. And they're going to get a new DC. So it should be better than that. All right, I'm going to take the Rams in the NFC right now. I'm going to ride with the Rams. Could be wrong. I'm feeling pretty good about the Rams, though. Feeling good about the Rams. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Sub if you're new here. We got daily sports content. If Jalen Hurts can win a Super Bowl, Sam Darnold can win a playoff game. Different. Jalen Hurts also didn't turn the ball over. Sam Darnold likes to turn the football over, and they could run. The Seahawks can't run. I'll be saying Drake after Sunday night, though. You can. I mean, they're going to win. They should win. Like, I'm going to take here. We'll just take Taiwan right now. I think the Patriots will win Sunday night against the Chargers. Chargers have no offensive line. If the Patriots lose this game, very concerning. Like, the Chargers have no offensive line. And Omarion Hampton's banged up. Jalen Hurts also had an elite run game. Seahawks run game is horrible. No one ever heard of Jamarcus Russell. Then he went first. No one ever heard of Mendoza. Then he went first. Bust written all over him. Yeah, but that was one game for Jamarcus Russell in the Sugar Bowl against Notre Dame. Mendoza was really good at Cal last year. Mendoza was good at anybody who watched college football knew Mendoza was good. He had that Cal team pretty competitive last year. And then he was great this year and won the Heisman. So not super comparable. I mean, casuals would say never heard of Mendoza. Mendoza pretty good last year. Let's look at this. Can I look at the stats for the Mr. Mendoza? Let's look at this. So last year at Cal, he was 68 comp, 3,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 picks. And that's at fucking Cal. That's at Cal. Ran for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Better this year, obviously. Much better turning the ball or scoring touchdowns. Same amount of picks. Just more touchdowns. Better comp percentage, but he's still a 68% comp guy, 3,000 yards last year at Cal. I'm not going to put that on him. These are pretty great quarterback ratings. He was really good as a freshman, too. 63%, not bad. 14 touchdowns, 10 picks. He's cut down on his picks every year. I guess same this year, but a little more aggressive offense. So Mendoza was good at Cal. And it's a weak quarterback draft. I don't think he's going to be a bust. Like, Cam Ward, same thing. Like, Mendoza much better than Cam Ward was at, whatchamacallit. Oh, Taj with the super chat. Appreciate that, big dog. Let's go. If Jerry, let me read this. If Jerry and Steven cared about winning, they would re-sign George Pickens, restructure Dak, Tyler Smith, CD, Ferguson, and hire Indiana's DC as the new DC. The problem is, I don't know if Indiana's DC is going anywhere. Their life is very comfortable in Indiana, but yes, Dak needs a restructure. I don't know what Tyler Smith and CD's and Fergie's contracts look like, but yes, restructures all around. Re-sign Pickens. For that, they definitely got to get the defense better. I'd be worried, but I'm okay. You know, if you're the Cowboys, honestly, and next year goes kind of bad, you trade Dak, right? You got to just blow it up. If next year goes poorly, I think it's a blow it up. You can get a lot for Dak. Dak has a lot of value on the market. So, could be a rebuild time in Dallas, but I know Jerry doesn't want to. But all good ideas. Say, let's go with the Jewel train. Oh my God, going crazy. Let's go. You guys are blowing up the chat. I love it. Let me catch up. My team is in the Big Ten, so I'm based. What is it? What is it? Pitt? No, Pitt's in the ACC, so Big Ten. Penn State, Penetration State. Put some respect on Rutgers' name. They're extremely consistent. It takes serious talent to stay at the bottom of that consistently. True. I know who he was. He was bad at LSU. Yeah, he had the one great Sugar Bowl game. Is this your prediction slip? Yes, this is officially my predictions. Terps fan, basketball. How you feel about Buzz Williams? Thanks for taking Buzz Williams off our hands. Appreciate it. Maryland football. Man, Maryland football fell apart this year. Maryland football fell apart in general. Maryland football used to be a very consistent Big Ten team. Like, they would be like number 4, number 5 in the Big Ten all the time. Very consistent Big Ten team. Great uniforms and helmets. God, those turtle shell helmets are sexy. Terps are the weirdest football team ever. They go from looking very good to horrible within the same game constantly. True. Texans got to play against Perk, Rogers, and DK. Perk, Rogers. Terps are actually some ass. If he turned around Indiana, he should have turned around Cal in a cupcake conference. It was Cal. He's good. He was good at Cal. Cal wasn't bad. What was Cal's record last year? What was 2024 Cal's record? They were like ranked in 2024. He didn't turn around. He wasn't the quarterback last year of Indiana. Signetti turned around Indiana. They went 6-7 last year, Cal. It's pretty good for Cal. 2-6 in conference is the problem. I don't know what their injuries look like. They ranked. They had, oh my God, the Miami game. That game was like that game was at midnight. That game was at midnight. They should have won that game against Cam Ward and Miami. They lost by 2 to Pitt, number 22 Pitt. They beat Auburn. They won at Auburn. Put some respect on Cal, man. Tough finish. They lost, got housed by SMU, who made the playoff. And Syracuse, who was good last year. Beat Oregon State, beat Wake Forest, beat Stanford. I can't complain about this performance right here. Like, Florida State's the only bad game. Like, bad loss there. I don't know what they lost by, so they lost 3 straight games by 1 point. That's actually kind of crazy. Oh, you guys can't quite see that. They lost 3 straight games by 1 point. That's sickening. I'm sick. I'd be sick. That's crazy. 3 straight games to lose 1 point. That's nuts. I love anybody who has a perk named Perk Angle. Would have been my fave. Kurt Angle. Perk Angle. He also broke his neck. Trade Dak to Miami. Both teams don't have the cap space to facilitate that trade, but it's funny. I like it, Silix. All right, I'm catching back up. But what kind of angle is Kurt Angle? It's the right angle. If Dallas restructures those contracts, they have over $80 million in cap space. Well, I'm sure they'll do some work in here. Won a gold medal with a freaking broken neck. We were good with Tua's brother. That's it. Talia Tagovailoa. Perk's the only thing to explain. It. How are you a Terp fan and a Steelers fan? Ooh, yeah, he should be a Ravens fan. Well, he could live in Pennsylvania. Could have went to Maryland. Who knows? Jamarcus Russell had 8 fourth-quarter comebacks at LSU, 2,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, 8 picks in a run error at LSU. It's fine. He also couldn't read, remember? That was back when you didn't have to read. College now is a lot more complex. It's not close to the NFL, but it's definitely caught up. I mean, think about Vince Young. Like, Vince Young is another, like, super prime example. To be fair, OU also won at Auburn, so is it really that impressive? I'm just wishing Emu was here to cry about Auburn and their basketball team. Washington is a good QB for Maryland. True. He's solid. They kind of had a weird finish. They had a really weird finish to the year, though. Like, bad finish. Like, they easily could have been, like, they had a lane to make the Big Ten, to make a run in the Big Ten. Couldn't read. Yeah, he still can't read. He may not be able to read. All right, Patriots beating the Chargers. Monday night. This is an interesting game. Texans have a lot of playoff experience. Obviously, so does Mr. Rodgers. The Steelers are getting DK back. That's going to help this offense. They really struggle off. I mean, Kenny Gainwell, nice player. He's leading passing yards or whatever. But looking at the Steelers down the stretch, they won 4 out of 5. They did have that weirdo loss at the Browns. That's kind of bad, but big win at the Lions, win Dolphins, win at the Ravens, win against the Ravens. Loss at the Bears, dominated by the Bills, kind of got bodied by the Chargers as well, but the offenses looked pretty good. I mean, 27, 28, 29, 26, besides that 6 dud. It's interesting. What's the weather in Pittsburgh? Cold? We're not terrible. The biggest problem here is the Texans defense. The Texans defense travels, and CJ Stroud plays better in playoff games than he does in the regular season. He was awful last year in the regular season and was better. Woody Marks getting healthier, that helps a lot. The running game is a thing for them. Steelers defense has been a lot better since they moved Ramsey to safety. I just think the Texans are a better team. I think defensively, it's going to be a lot to deal with. You know, Rodgers throwing back shoulders to DK can only work so much. Their defense is aggressive. Rodgers ain't running anywhere on Houston. That's going to be a problem. They rush the passer great. They have elite corners that can play with those receivers. So, like, DK is their only real option. Like, Adam Thielen ain't getting open against whoever the second corner is for Houston. So I'm going to lean the Texans here. I think this is an ugly game. I did this game look similar to what I'm trying to think of the Texans game that I'm thinking of. I think it looks similar to like this Chiefs game where they kind of just like grinded this thing out. They just like grinded defensively like the Chiefs. Mahomes had 3 picks. I think we could see something like that. They're up 10. You know, the Chiefs come back and then they put them away in the 4th. I think it could look similar to that. Maybe not as big. Maybe it's like 17-10, 17-13. I think it's just going to be a real grindy game in that one. Maryland will be a top 7 and 8 team in the Big Ten next season. No signs could ever affect Russell because he couldn't read. True. Where's Johnny Football when you need him? Smoking a blunt, hanging out with a Bella Danger over there. He's banging porn stars. Baltimore has the top high school football team in the country. Maryland should be more competitive. Do they really? That's not true. I don't buy it. That's not true. Did they won that stupid thing? I want to see football rankings. I want to see rankings. Buford, Georgia. They have the number 2. St. Francis Academy. Number 2 over Buford, Georgia. Yeah, I don't think there were very great Texas teams this year. DeSoto? Is DeSoto one in Texas? South Oak Cliff is not better than DeSoto. South Oak Cliff is a 5A team, aren't they? I think this is a 5A team. I don't even think this is a 6A team. DeSoto's running back is a freak. Where's he going again? He's going somewhere good. Hold on. Let's see. This guy, Sherrod Baker. Where is this guy going? He's going somewhere good, I think. Where is he going? He's only a junior. I don't know. Figure it out. He ran for like 400 yards a game in the playoffs. This guy's a freak. Problem is Maryland isn't a blue blood, so home state doesn't matter as much. True. CJ only bad game in the playoffs was that Baltimore game. That was his second playoff game. Yes, bro, Texans. Yeah, it was his rookie year. Marquez Valdez-Scantling will drop a crucial pass again. St. Francis. Well, IMG refused to play at Francis this year and cancel that game. IMG also a fake school. That's not even a real school. It's like a prep kid. I hate fake schools. Like, be a real public high school. Blake Corum went to St. Francis, so it's all like private. So they actually recruit people. Dumb. God, high school football is so stupid these days. Okay, I know you boys want to go here. I know you boys want me to pick. You want me to pick. I've gone back and forth in this one. I really like, okay, Jacksonville has been on a tear this last month and a half. They've had some ups and downs. They had a tough back-to-back stretch losing to they played the Seahawks and the Rams. They played the Seahawks, went to London, played the Rams, lost both games. Kind of had a weird bounce in that Seahawks game, but they were kind of getting dominated. They got absolutely bodied by the Rams, but like, fuck, like, London, like, what are we doing here? Who the hell knows? For that one. It's tough. They run the football really well. But the biggest thing is, like, Trevor Lawrence has been great. He doesn't turn the football over. If Trevor Lawrence threw two interceptions on Sunday, would anybody be surprised? If Trevor Lawrence had a fumble and 2 picks, would anybody be surprised? Turned into, like, a piece of shit again? No. The Bills do have a lot of experience. They also have never won a road playoff game under Sean McDermott. That's a thing. Angel Reese also went to St. Francis. I didn't know Sid the Sloth went to St. Francis. Duval. That was the Ravens team that had the famous Vikings fan. I'm sorry. No, it's good. It's all right to be sorry. JK. No. The Jags are a really good team. They have honestly their resume is pretty great too. I don't know how they lost that Bengals game. We'll never know. Good losses. They were up 19 in this game. They gave up 26 points in the fourth. This is like the biggest bugaboo. Like, they gave up 26 to Davis Mills in the fourth quarter to lose this game. That's like so weird. And then since that game, just bodying people. Bodied the Chargers. Close game with the Cardinals. Bodied the Titans. Bodied the Colts. Bodied the Jets. Bodied the Broncos in Denver. Closer game against the Colts. Never felt like they were going to lose that game. Bodied the Titans. Who gives a shit? I would parlay Houston money line, Jags minus 1.5, Panthers plus 10.5, and Niners plus 6.5. I like it, Taj. Jags are solid. Yeah, why not throw the Pats money line on there just for fun? Tyreek will cover the bill if you lose. If your only loss is Pats money line, he'll pay the bet out. He guaranteed it. He told me. Send me a text message right now. I saw it. Bills run defense is terrible. Josh Allen is really, really fucking good at football. He's probably the best quarterback playing right now. He's out of his mind. Not the MVP. Like, what are the Bills without Josh Allen? Like, this team is terrible. It's the old, how do you define an MVP? It's never what an actual value is for that. They can't run the ball, though. They really struggle here. Let's look at, let's go back to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo. Also, 12 o'clock in Jacksonville. What's the weather going to be like? 64? Is it going to be humid? Going to be hot and sweaty and gross. Patriots game. First Patriots game. Josh Allen, your leading rusher, 53 yards. Falcons game. James Cook, 87 yards better. Did throw 2 picks, Josh Allen. Bad Josh Allen game. Dolphins, 53 yards, James Cook. Texans, 116, good game for Cook. 2 picks from Josh Allen. Eagles, 74 for Cook. They didn't do anything for 3 quarters. They should have won this game. Obviously, the blocked extra point was the difference. So if the Bills can't run the ball, they have really struggled this year. Really struggled. Let's look at some of these closer weird wins. Like weird against the Saints. Didn't they have another like weird? Yeah, like the Browns. What did they run against the Browns? James Cook had a nice day against the Browns. Okay. Still, it's really hard to pick against Josh Allen. I think I picked the Jags to win it all in one of my brackets. I definitely will. Chargers beat Pats. Drake allegedly bet Pats to beat Chargers. Nice. Jags are the hottest team. They could be in for a letdown game at the worst time. I don't disagree, Zay. I don't disagree. Not much of a home field advantage. I mean, physically there's a home field advantage, but a crowd standpoint, no. Bills need Allen and Cook to carry out. Yes, their defense is atrocious. Now, maybe we say the defense locks in because it's the playoffs. The Jaguars do have some playoff experience. Liam Cohen has playoff experience. Their quarterback has playoff experience. Their defense is a very, very ferocious unit. I've got the ultimate faith. That's just because I'm a Pats fan. But what diehard shouldn't be all over there. I mean, diehards also know they could lose. James Cook might be his last game as a Bill on Sunday. True. ETN will eat versus that Bills broken defense. That is a big concern. Just how often does Josh Allen have the ball, and then he turns it over. Bolt up, Mr. Nate. Gotta go. Y'all hit the like button, or your quarterback will throw a pick 6 for the first play of their playoff game. Night Ghost Hunter. I'll be live. I'm live streaming we're live streaming the Bears Packers game tomorrow night, guys. So you stop in. I don't expect you to stop in and worry about it. You stress that out unless it's over by halftime. Watch the second half with us. But I'll be live for that game, guys, so be sure not to miss it. Hit the like button, like you said. And if you're new here, drop a sub. We got daily sports content for you guys. We got videos. We got shorts. We got lives. I predict Josh Allen will throw a bad INT. That's not a bad bet, Taj. But Josh Allen's very good in the playoffs. He's been very good. But it does feel like he's forcing a bit too much. Should live the Pats game. I'm going live after the Pats game, Tyreek, to break down all the playoff mojo. We picked last weekend what game we're going to do. We get an extra stream that way. We get an extra stream if I live the thing. But this is only a wild card. We have games. We have divisional games and conference championship games. Probably do 2 divisional games. Probably stream for a whole day next Saturday. Also, guys, I got a special treat for everybody. Because I love you, and I know I said no more drinking streams. We are having one more drinking stream and then we're taking a break. We will be live streaming the national championship game, and it's going to be a phenomenal fiesta. We're going to have some games to play. Might have a couple of the boys over. You can donate to make us drink. We will drink. We're going to have like a bingo card of common phrases commentators say, and we'll drink. You're going to make it's going to be a lot of fun. So national championship game, be ready, mentally prep to come watch it with us and have a lot of fun. Because those things get out of control, especially with you guys donating. If you remember 999, it's going to be a similar crew, I think. And we're just going to get shit-faced on a Monday and watch Indiana win the national championship. Should live the Texans game Monday. Ooh, I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Bills wide receivers don't get much separation. Jack's secondary is super aggressive. True. Josh Allen scored 21 points in 2 minutes. He can do that. He can do that thing. Pats on the spread is the only bet you need this weekend. Throw the house on it. 3.5. Oof. I hate the hat. Everybody hates the hook. Everybody hates the hook. Miami wins. Belt to ass by Clever. Like a fool himself on that stage. That would be nuts. Gabe Davis is a playoff player as well. I just don't know if Gabe Davis has anything left in the tank. Brandon Cooks is the guy, baby. I hate to do it. I'm going to take the Jags. I'm going to take the Jags, man. Going to take the Jags. Going to take the Jags. Jags Patriots, I'm not even going to bat an eye. I say whoever wins the Jags-Bills game is winning 2 playoff games. Unless these teams literally kill each other, guys, and it's like a war and the Patriots cruise, I think whoever wins that game is winning 2 games. I think whoever wins that game is winning 2 games. I could easily see the Bills winning this game. I could easily see the Bills winning this game. I'm going to pick the Jaguars. I have the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game. Broncos are 1 and done. I have the Texans. I think we're going to have the weirdest. Again, this is a super weird and random Super Bowl. I think I'm going to take the Texans. I'm going to take the Texans. I'm just kidding, guys. I have to stick with my pick. What did I tell y'all? I made the picks. I said Rams-Bills. I'm not going to bat an eye over it. I'm going to roll with the Rams-Bills. Okay. Broncos are Duke. The Broncos are such a fraud team, man. They just got bodied by the Jaguars. Their defense isn't that good. Their offense is, Bo Nix is just awful half the time. The Broncos are not a very good team whatsoever. No, I can't. We're flipping. I got Texans, Rams, Super Bowl. I got the Rams over the Texans in the Super Bowl. That's official right now over this. I got the Rams over the Texans. That is subject to change, obviously, come Super Bowl week. I will make a Super Bowl pick when it's Super Bowl time. But for right now, this is my... Already beat the Texans. They were getting dominated, Duke, without C.J. Stroud. They played Davis Mills. Your defense is not the best in the league. Your defense has actually been pretty awful the last month. Oh. Is this defense? Is this offense or defense? This is offense, I believe. Let's go defense. So the Broncos are 8th in EPA on defense, I believe. They're 7th in EPA on defense. I mean, we're hanging out with the Eagles, the Chargers, and they're not playing good the last month. Houston's are by far the best EPA on defense. Bo has to show us he could, yeah. Interesting. You're high, bro, and playing in Denver at the altitude, bro, the Texans are, like, the Texans defense is fine. The Texans actually have playoff experience. That's a big thing. The Broncos have essentially none. They got dog walked by the Bills last year. They've shown nothing to me that they're good. Who do I have this week? Mush. I have the Rams, the Bears, the Eagles, the Patriots, the Jaguars, and the Texans. Those are my picks for this weekend. We're gonna ride Texans Rams. I think the Texans actually do it. It's so hard to bet against a good defense like that. It's so hard to do that. Stingley is dog shit and the most overrated player in the league. Dude's a fraud. Oh my God. All right, Duke. You need to be back in here in 2 weeks when the Broncos play the Texans. You better be in here. Because, bro, you were talking insane mess for a team who was dominating you for a quarter, and then you hurt their quarterback. Jay, appreciate the sub. Welcome, welcome. In T-Law, we believe. I like it. You'll be here. Good. Don't cry. I know you won't. Everyone talks a big game, and then their team gets embarrassed, and they don't show up. The Lions fans last year, I told them. I warned them. They didn't show up. They tucked tail and bounced. A few showed up. Why did I take the Bears? Because I don't think the Packers are very good. The Packers are not very good. Kenneth Gainwell going to give the Texans a run for their... Kenneth Gainwell is not that kind of running back, guys. Kenneth Gainwell, not that guy. They are frauds, homie. What? How are they frauds? They have the best defense in football. They have the best defense in football. It's not particularly even close. Broncos' offense is fraudulent. That is a fraudulent offense. Here's the thing. It won't matter because we'll have Bills anyway first round. You could get the Bills the first round. If the Bills beat the Jaguars, you would play the Bills. I would also like the Bills in that game because Josh Allen is an elite quarterback. I would have showed. You did. Zay showed up. Jay showed up after the field goal. Bills, pretty good pass defense. You have to run on. Denver also can't run the football. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. They can't run the football. Texans, best points per game, or second best, 0.2 to Seattle. That Seahawks game flipped them, or that the Garbo game against whatchamacallit, Tennessee. Tennessee last week of the season? Yeah, Tennessee. Hurts' arm talent and IQ is very fraudulent as well. That's mean. That's mean. All right, those are my picks. Everything is subject to change after the wild card round. But for this weekend, those are my picks. And guess what? It actually won't matter more so because Chargers smashed the Patriots and fake made by 17. Yo, calling the Patriots fake when you're a Broncos fan is actually kind of funny. Like, both teams fake. Guys, you're both just terrible. We had a bad season. We lost 5 in a row, and I still showed up. True. But at least you had us. We had the normal crew, you, me, and Zin over here every week just being miserable about our teams was fun in the middle of the year when we were all just terrible. Hurts is basically Jeff Garcia with a decent haircut. Does have a good haircut and great fashion sense. Good shoes. Jeff Garcia was kind of a dog, though. Thanks. I'm going with the Rams. They could be one and done. I could be done right away. I just don't think they're losing to the Panthers. Like, I just don't think it's happening. They're significantly better than Carolina. Who's your team? Unfortunately, I'm a Vikings fan. JD, what's up? Cheers. Drinking some seltzers. Some sparkling water over here. All right. Let's see. Cooper, hello. I do like the Bills, guys. Like, this game's a toss-up. The Bills-Jags is such a toss-up. The U will officially... Taj, I like that you're betting on the U. I love it. I would be full... If Miami wins, they have to play perfect. That's all I'm going to say. They have to play perfect. I don't see the Panthers... Yeah, Panthers sweeping the Rams would not be on anybody's bingo card. I think the loss actually helps the Rams. You're right, Zayd. The loss really helps the Rams. Because that means they're going to lock in. They're not going to overlook them. They're going to be pissed off. Just need to get McCarthy. I mean, McCarthy was pretty good down the stretch. He just gets hurt. Like, he's made of glass. He was really good when he played down the stretch. So we'll see what they do. They're just going to get another glass quarterback in Joe Burrow. FB, hey man, Panthers fan here. What we thinking? Not expecting much. I agree. I think they cover. I have the Rams winning the Super Bowl. Talked about it. We are Bryce Young fans. Also, guys, if the Panthers make the Super Bowl, I'm going to live stream the Super Bowl in full body paint wearing a thong. A full black body paint wearing a Panthers thong. So there is that on the table. I've promised that to the chat. I just don't think it's... Yeah, I like it. 10.5. I think they cover. I think they'll keep it close. Bane will be a monster in the championship. It just doesn't matter. Too many mistakes. Like, they got to catch the football. They got to block. They got to do all sorts of stuff. They got to not commit penalties. Fernando. Miami will be lucky to lose by 50. I mean, I don't know about that. Miami can run the football. So I hope we play well. Yeah, I think they could. They haven't played well in 2 weeks, so maybe they're due. They're due. We've had a couple of stinkers. Panthers usually every other week. I think I've forgiven the Raiders already. Might wear my $200 jacket. Do it, especially when you're on the clock. I'm not watching that. I'm a Canes fan, but we will not win. Vikings need to get Justin Jefferson the ball. We can't just straight feed somebody, Cooper. Can't straight feed somebody. It's tough. He gets double bracket. Nobody gets covered like Justin Jefferson. The coverages he draws still are ridiculous. Like double bracket straight up. What do you think Derrick Henry's odds are to get top 3 all-time in rushing yards? That's an interesting question. I mean, let's see. NFL career rushing leaders. Rushing yards. He's already going to be a Hall of Fame. If Indiana beats Miami by more than 14, I'll send a decent-sized super chat. Appreciate that, Taj. Or you could just send a bunch of small super chats throughout the night and make a string. Stafford will throw 7 TDs against Carolina. Well, as long as they're from the 1-yard line. All right, Derrick Henry is 10th all-time. He has 13,000 yards. And he is 5,000 yards. He is less than 3,000 yards to Frank Gore to get to the top 3. So he needs 3,000 yards, a little less, to get to the top 3. Let's look at his 2025. So in 2025, he ran for 1,500 yards. He ran for 1,500 yards this year in 2025. Almost 16. He ran for 1,600 yards, really. So if he gets he gets 1,000 next, say he averages 1,000 over the next, he can average 1,000 over the next 3 seasons. It will be tough. Derrick Henry does have a ton of miles on him. But football is football is moving towards more of a run, so that could hurt. Best running back ever, Barry Sanders. That's a little aggressive. I still think it's Walter Payton. Barry Sanders was electric, though. Save Taj Super Chat, bro. He's going to owe you big after that natty. Want to talk frauds? Carson Beck is on top of the list as the biggest fraud college QB ever list. I mean, he was fine last night. He won the game last night. Played good on that last drive. I had to go. Can I get a recap? Sure, Kyle. I got Rams over the Texans. I think he has a chance. He's a beast. I definitely do too, FB. I definitely do too. After looking at that, I do think he has a chance. Depends how much our new head coach. True. He could get traded, though, Zay. He could go to another run-heavy team. He could go play for Mike Vrabel in New England who wants to run the football like that. Just depends. It'll be close. He gets top 3. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Could you go to the AFC side? Want to see what you think about the Pats? Yeah, sure. I have the Pats losing to the Jaguars in the second round. Nah, man, Texans. I have the Texans in the Super Bowl. Like, happy. The Texans could lose to the Steelers. The Rams could lose. Anybody could lose week 1. I think it's going to be a weird Super Bowl. 3 road wins. I got all 3 teams winning 3 road games. Feels insane. We ball. F it, we ball. Marshawn Lynch is a close second. Yeah, you're right. See? Like, yeah, both 5 seeds. Okay. So this is my pick. Let's see. Can I do a new bracket? Let me do a new bracket. Create another bracket. Okay. So that's my pick. But let's say things get super spicy. Like, things could get real spicy. So, like, we could go Rams here. Let's go 49ers here. Let's go Bears. Actually, let's go Rams here. Let's go, like, Bears-Rams, and then we get that one, and then we get, like, 49ers-Seahawks. I like that one. I kind of like, if it's Seahawks-Rams NFC Championship game, I kind of lean Seattle. I think Seattle's very vulnerable in that first game. We could go Pats here. Say we get the Bills, and say we get Pittsburgh. I think Buffalo bounced them. I think the Patriots beat them, and then we get Buffalo, New England. in the AFC Championship game, like, it just depends what the matchups are. This is the matchup I want. I want Bills-Texans. I think that's the most entertaining matchup in the AFC Championship game. Be the first time in like 25. Yeah, I would imagine. New format, though. We got the new format. Things get weird. Things get weird in the new format. I think this is the AFC Championship game I most want. And this is the NFC Championship game I most want just because it's funny. Or maybe this. Can I get this? Can I get Panthers-Niners just for shits and gigs? That'd be pretty funny. What if the Packers win? See, what if the Packers win and then like they beat Seattle and then we get like Rams-Packers? Or we get like Pittsburgh. We get Pittsburgh beats Houston and Denver beats... Like, what if it's Denver-Pittsburgh? Like, Rodgers just on a freaking tear. Panthers-Broncos 10-year anniversary. Nah, you don't want that again. Texans are beating the Broncos. Texans defense is too good. I wouldn't disagree, Cooper. I definitely think they could. I like the Texans. I would like them against the Broncos. I like anybody against the Broncos in the first game, honestly. But these get weird. Like, what if we get like a Steelers-Broncos game? What if we get like Pittsburgh? What if we get like Pittsburgh here? That's not happening. What if we get like Pittsburgh-Seattle again? We get like Pittsburgh-Seattle. What if we get Denver-Seattle? That's not super likely. But both 1 seeds? Probably not. Bears are beating the Rams if they play them. I don't know about that, Burton. The Bears defense is atrocious. Atrocious. They'd have to score with the Rams. Now, that game would be in Chicago. But then they'd have to get through the Eagles. That's the problem. The problem is you only play the Rams if the 49ers win. If the 49ers don't win, you're playing the Eagles no matter what, basically. Or the Packers. But then you're eliminated. So you can only play... If the Eagles win, you can only play the Eagles. You're locked in. You're locked into the Eagles. That's why. They force turnovers. They do force turnovers, but they don't force turnovers. They can't stop anybody. It's one of the worst defenses in football. I'd be so angry if the Steelers go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I would too, Zay. I would be pretty sick too if I was you. That's crazy. Hear me out. Panthers trade 3 firsts and 3 seconds and 3 thirds for Genty, Crosby, and Bowers. I mean, that's a lot to get those guys. You can't give up 9 picks for those guys. They're not worth it. They're not that good. You also need a quarterback. You have a little bit of a quarterback issue. As much as I love Bryce, it's just so frustrating to deal with and watch. So difficult. So yeah, things are going to get zesty. Things could be exciting. No, Bryce is the guy. I don't know if Bryce is the guy. He's 5'9", and it shows. It shows. So things are going to be fun. Things are going to be spicy tomorrow, boys. I'll be live. We'll be live for that Packers-Bears game. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern. It's on Prime. So if you don't have Prime, Twitch, go to twitch.tv. They have it for free. Just create a free account if you want to watch the game. Twitch.tv. Go ahead. You can also follow me over there after the review. But they'll have the game on tomorrow. We'll be watching it live over here on YouTube. Big dick energy from him. He's good in clutch games. He is a clutch player. He's a very clutch player. So we'll be live for that one tomorrow. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Sub to the channel if you're new here. We got daily sports content. TikTok streamers stream the games too. Oh God, I don't have TikTok, Zay. I don't have that communist propaganda on my communist spyware on my phone. Over there. So should be a lot of fun. Hope the Rams win tomorrow. No offense. I just need it for my pick in that first game. And then Bears-Packers, I'm a Vikings fan, so I could just we're just going to hate watch that game with all the love of 1,000 suns. So should be a lot of fun. Plus, we'll be live Sunday night after the Patriots-Chargers game. I will be live next Wednesday to make the pick for that game. And then we'll go through the divisional round and then live for the national championship, boys. Also, drinking stream on the national championship. You guys are going to have a lot of fun for that one. I wish it was a lot closer. They should be playing this game next weekend, but they're playing it on a Monday, next Monday. It's so stupid. What do I think about the Texans defense? I think they're awesome. I think they're the best defense in football. So there's my answer on the Texans defense. Pretty good. Pretty good. So that's going to do it for us, guys. We'll be live tomorrow night. Again, like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you.